Hello, and welcome to my second Slow English podcast, which will be a great way to improve your listening skills. This podcast will be good for you if your English level is around B1. So let's get started. What ways of learning new vocabulary do you know? How many of them do you actually follow, and how many of them do you find useful? Let's enumerate them. The first one is through immersion. Consume books, movies, podcasts in your target language. The second is having your own dictionary with the words, their definitions, and examples from the real contexts. The third is active output. Write the word, look at it, cover it, and repeat. Use your new words in daily conversations or by writing short stories. The fourth one is spaced repetition. Prevent forgetting by testing yourself in increasing intervals. For example, an hour later, a week later, a month later, and so on. All these methods can be combined. You can read a book, notice an interesting word or phrase, write it down on a sheet of paper or in your app. Then practice spaced repetition with it after an hour, a day, a week. At the same time, using it in your journaling, conversations with real people, or in self-talk. Also, you can find a podcast on this topic, and in 99% of cases, you will hear this phrase. However, there is one more way which is not frequently mentioned. Reading commentaries. It is not important what kind of social media you use. People leave their comments everywhere, and it's a really good way to immerse yourself into the native speech. We are really lucky nowadays to have such an abundance of opportunities. We can so easily access authentic spoken language. With the help of comments, we can be exposed to set expressions and slang words that you'll never see in a textbook. Let me share with you my recent experience. I was preparing to make short videos on how to show that you appreciate someone's idea, and perplexity introduced me to an expression that I hadn't known before. Then I started noticing this expression almost in every comment here on YouTube. So now it's completely inevitable to remember it for a long, long time. This intersects with my own way to learn new words. As far as I know, it is called a method of multiple exposures. The principle is simple as a piece of cake. The more you are exposed to a specific word or phrase, the more you encounter it, the more chances you have to remember it forever. To practice this approach, you just need to pick an interesting topic. Then, within this topic, pick a book or anything to read, a podcast or anything to listen to, and then read the comment section below the relatable content. You are extremely likely to encounter your target phrase or word multiple times. If you haven't tried this approach before, you definitely should. And if you have, feel free to share your experience in the comments below this video. So one more step that you need to take in order to nail down this specific word or phrase is to actually produce it in your speech. This way, you activate your speaking skills and, so to say, you bring this specific word or phrase to life. So thank you for your attention, keep going, and enjoy your language journey.